It is Friday, which normally would mean that right now it'd be Newsday Friday, sharing all the latest in K entertainment, but honestly, we'll drop everything to get this guy in the studio. And it's timely because he's very active promoting its super, super hot music that this guy just released. Who are we talking about?
Who could it be?
Yeah. Last week we talked about him, right?
Yes, we did. We did talk about him on Fresh Friday last week. And his name is Eric Nam.
Who?
And he is here to promote his latest album, Honestly. And yeah, he's in the studio with us right now.
Hey, Eric.
Hey guys, how are you?
It could be better.
You could be better.
Could be better.
Let's
just
talk about
kidding.
that.
I'm just kidding. Eric, first of all, thank you so much for making the time to do your rounds
Absolutely.
here at KBS.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
What number are we today?
You're number 1 for radio.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
That pause screamed liar. But
No, really. I think I have 2 more later today.
okay,
so-
awesome.
All right.
Really
Well,
nice.
for our listeners, can you say like a little greeting for them?
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of fans waiting for you right now.
Cool. Hey everybody listening on K-Pop Connection. This is Eric Nam. I'm so excited to be here and have a great time with these wonderful people.
Yeah, we are really excited to attack your life and everything about you in your head. Well, first of all, let's talk about this latest EP, honestly.
Okay.
I'm going to say the international person in me. I'm international if I grew up on an island, right?
Yeah, it's pretty international.
Yeah. I mean, the international listener in me absolutely loves this
Oh,
album.
wow. Thank you.
So this is very different from your previous releases.
Yeah.
And we will get into that in a little bit. But let's start from the beginning. Let's start with your birth. And your childhood. You grew
Yes.
up in Georgia, and you mentioned that even in your music.
Yeah.
And we all are aware that you kind of got your main start through the audition show. I'm kind of,
Yeah.
we're aware of this history. But let's talk about your passions for singing. When did this first strike up? Did you like sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star a cappella and amaze your teachers? What happened?
I kind of just grew up singing. I think I grew up singing in the car, in the shower, and at church. And I was just always singing. My parents always asked me to stop singing because I was so loud. And so they put me on instruments. They put me on piano and they put me on cello. And they try to just make me study.
Well, you're not an only child, and
Yeah.
did your brother or like your family have any like musical background or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Just
like,
you.
Yeah, I mean, they played instruments. And then they can both sing. They both sing okay. It's just, I'm so much better. They're just-
right. Otherwise, they wouldn't be,
No, I'm
here.
just joking. But no, they actually, when we were young, we would, split parts and sing Backstreet Boys and NSYNC together. And it would be
Backstreet Boys
like,
are in sync.
Oh, man. It's like both. It's like 1 + 1.
No,
We gotta
it's not both.
Yeah, I've never seen someone who likes both
It's not
simultaneously.
both.
You have to respect the artistic merits of each group separately.
Scratch the merits. I was going to use a different word, but I'm going to go with scratch the merits.
All right, you. Backstreet Boys are NSYNC.
You can't ask that because now you're going to pick the answer I'm
No,
going to
I'm
say. In sync all the way.
Whoa. Okay, but
Okay, I'm
Backstreet
getting
Boys
like
has
glares because we're a
so
K-pop
so many
show.
more hits.
K-pop show.
Wow.
Bring it back.
NSYNC.
Bring it back. H.O.T. or Jack's Kiss.
Yeah.
I gotta go H.O.T. there. Yeah.
Finkel or S.E.S.
Oh.
There's no merits here either. Just go.
Pinker.
Oh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, back on track, Tabit.
So I mean, okay, so let's talk about a little bit more about how you
Yeah.
dived into music, because you didn't necessarily major in music. You went to school in Boston.
Yeah.
And how did this whole music thing, when did you get the courage to actually decide that you might want to give it one last shot?
I don't know. I had never, I went through college really quick. I went to Boston College. I studied international studies. So I was going to go into consulting or politics. And I got the consulting job. But I realized at the end of college that I'd lived so overwhelmingly quickly just to, build a resume and try to get a job and do everything I wanted in college, that I'd never been able to focus on 2 things that I really love and am passionate about outside of work, which was music and social work, service work. And so I promised myself that I'd take a year off and I would do whatever I wanted in that realm. So I went to India to do service work. I got a fellowship there.
Wow.
But it just wasn't the right fit for me. It was just not a good time. And so But all through high school and college, I'd been putting up YouTube videos just slowly in my free time. And while I was in India, I got hit up by the audition program, and they said, "Hey, we'll pay for your flight. Come audition." And I was like, "This is my ticket out of here.
I'm doing it.
I'm going.
And
let's go."
Thank goodness you said yes to that. Now, Tavi mentioned you didn't necessarily officially by the book study music, but you've slowly, very organically been getting now into the songwriting process.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just put it out there. I can't do either, so I might sound hypocritical, but it's like you're not a real artist if you can't sing and write your music. You know what I mean? Again, I want to know I can't do either. But now you're really, quote unquote, proving yourself as a true artist and musician with the songwriting. And you've taken part in pretty much almost everything for this album.
Yeah. Literally everything. I mean, I've written, all my past singles for the past 2-3 years. But this album was special because it was the first time where I told my label and the people I work with, I was like, I really just want to do whatever I want.
Right.
And there were a lot of discussions, a lot of back and forth about it. And, at the end of the day, I kind of won. And so I think the difficult part for me was for the past few years, living in Korea, when you come from America, you're told everything you do is too pop or it's too Western, you're too American, you sound too like 뭐 미국스러워 교포야, like all these things,
slightly
which
awkward to the Korean ear.
Which, but for me, I'm like, okay, but that's me and that's my sound, and then we should build that sound. Why try to take that away and replace it or mold myself into something that I'm not?
Right.
And so for the past few years, I think that's what we had been trying to do, and I was like, it works kind of, but it's not the best thing either, so might as well try the other way.
Like the full shebang.
Yeah, let's just try the full shebang. Let's just do whatever I want. So all the songs on this album are written with all international, almost all LA-based producers.
I loved it.
It sounds very hip because of that. I feel like it's very on the edge with the trend right now. And is that also the reason why you're releasing a little bit more English song nowadays? You had a couple of like English versions of your Korean song, but then I started to notice that you started doing exclusive songs that were only in English.
This album had two, Lose You and Don't Call Me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my songwriting process is I write everything in English first. So all my songs are written in English, and then we go in and pick which ones do we think we can make sound okay in Korean. And then we go back and rewrite all the lyrics. We add some, parts.
You're like double working.
Yeah, it's like writing 2 songs to make one.
That's very inefficient.
It's very, I know.
it's a very backwards,
backwards process, but that's how we have to go about it. But I think, there was a point where I almost debated, like, what if I just release only English songs from now on? Like, not even bother with the Korean language part. But that would, I think, isolate me far too much from the Korean market and the Korean audience. And so I was like, you know what, we'll pick 1 or 2 that we'll do in Korean, but then the other ones that I really want to stay true to the story or the original feel of the demo, let's just keep it in English.
Yeah.
And so we did 3 in Korean and then 2 in English for this album.
Okay, so I'm going to quote a question from Hasna, one of our listeners, Hasna Fa from Indonesia, who asked, basically, where do you get inspiration for writing your music? I'm going to reword that question a little bit. So I do believe your most recent release before this album was Hold Me.
Yeah.
And that's about where you want the girl to stay and you want to hold on. And now you're like, I'm sick of you. I want to break up with you. I'm going to drink potions at a club.
Oh, dear.
Don't call me. And get out because I want to lose you. What happened?
What's going on?
So girl problems, Eric?
If you want to read in between the lines, I'll let you do that. But I mean,
There was a girl.
I think Hold Me, I kind of, last year I didn't really do much. For the past, I didn't release a proper album in 2 years. It's my first album in 2 years.
Because you're busy dating.
No, not because I'm busy dating, but I mean, there were just a lot of things that I think I got too busy too quick, and then I was overworked for too long. And then I just kind of burned out.
Sounds like your start even with the whole consulting thing.
Yeah. I kind of burned out, and then I just wasn't very happy with how I was living my life. So I think I needed to take a break and to reevaluate and go back to the drawing board and say, what can we do better? And what can we do differently musically and just professionally. And so that's the reason why last year I took some vacations. I just there were days where I literally just sat on the couch and did nothing.
That's super necessary though.
It's great. Like I had not taken a break in this 5.5 years I got into Korea. And so that's why end of the year I was like, I feel bad because I never explained that to my fans. I never explained that to anybody.
Because you just kind of disappeared a little bit.
Yeah, and I just needed that time alone, and I didn't feel like I should have to justify that.
Yeah, it's almost when you're a public figure, especially here in Korea, it's almost like you have this responsibility to always check in with the public. And that's a little bit culturally different, I think, from maybe Hollywood.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is something that I'm sure gets kind of tiring often.
Yeah. And so that's why I think at the end of the year, we're like, we should put something out that says kind of like, I'm sorry, just like hold on to me. Just wait, just like.
Oh,
so
that's where Hold Me came.
Yeah. So that's where it kind of came from of like, sorry.
Yeah. Just
like,
hold
just
me
hold
though.
on, just hold on just a little bit longer. We'll get there. Just like, thanks for believing in me and for hanging on.
And then after your fans held on, you're saying, honestly, I want to lose you. So,
180 degrees.
Very poetic.
Yeah.
I love what you got going on your drawing board.
Thank you. I'm just all over the place. All over the place.
Well, this latest album, we've mentioned it several times, that it is kind of different from your previous stuff. And it's now, can we say it's 100% your style? Would you say, or still not quite?
I think as close to 100 as we can get in Korea.
Wow.
See, but the thing is, what I like about Eric Nam's like just artistry in general is that he's bounced between so many genres and he's pulled it off. Because we hear a lot of the like just cliche acoustic stuff. He's done all that. He's done the K-pop stuff. He's done like the like very hit stuff, like pop stuff. But I've heard a lot of like even blues. I feel like I've heard some like John Mayer inspiration, Maroon 5 inspiration, but like what I love is that each single song is very Eric Nam.
Yeah.
But I feel like he pulls it off very flawlessly in that aspect. So I feel like he doesn't have to be labeled into a like one-way genre.
Are you fanboying right now?
Just
I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
No, but you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I feel like we came from like a very similar time to Korea, and I felt the most connected with Eric's music when
really?
Yeah, because I felt like I was going through similar things that Eric was, and I could see that through his music, and I saw his music change. So I thought it was like a very heart-touching thing when I listened to his music.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, that was not a question.
Yeah, that was not a question. That was a confession. I'm sorry. We should be talking about you.
All really
No,
good
thank
points.
you.
All really good
No,
points.
thank you.
Okay, so this album, it's called Honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, why?
Honestly, why?
Yeah.
I think I wanted to show fans and people who listen to my music a different side of Eric Nam.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt because I was going to actually tease you about this. So, you have made up several nicknames for yourself.
I have?
Okay, sorry. The public has made up
I just wanted to be very, very
nicknames
clear.
for yourself, and you let them do it. But whatever. You're the nation's boyfriend.
I did not come up with that.
Nation's
Technically, and that means
boyfriend.
he's like clean cut and really good boyfriend material. But honestly, let's think about this. If he's the nation's boyfriend, he's dating 5 million girls out there. So, but let's just put that on the
True.
side. And he has this really clean cut, good image. I think, like, and I quote, one of your previous songs was "Good for You." Like, you were a guy that's supposedly good for a girl, you know? And then now he walks in, he's in a leather jacket with tousled hair. And again, I would like to read his discography of Honestly.
gosh.
It's Honestly Potion. This is not a love song. Lose You and Don't Call Me. Is this where is this side coming from, social worker from India?
You know what? Life's hard. Life is a box of chocolates, and you take what you get.
So, ooh, are you white chocolate? Because I don't like white chocolate.
No, just all those weird truffles with all that stuff in the middle that I don't really like, but you have to take it.
Oh my god, I hate the raspberry filled ones.
It's just I just want dark chocolate. That's all I
Thank you,
want.
90%.
I don't want caramel filled candy corn
Oh my god, he's like my best friend right
with
now.
like
All right.
foam. I don't
All
need
right.
that. But
Yeah.
you get that in life, and so you write about it.
All right, you're pounding on the table. This
Sorry.
is too much passion.
I feel like I'm in a courtroom right now. Like, listen to my case. But no, I think the hard thing for me is because of those nicknames or whatnot and that image that I have, I think I felt a lot of pressure just outside, even in regular life, because people would look at me from a certain perspective
Of course.
and say, oh, Eric just didn't say hi, or he didn't hold the door open for me.
Yes.
Or he didn't do this, or I can't believe he used this word. Like certain things I'm like, I'm a normal person, I'm a human being, and I
Right.
don't need to hold the door for everybody. But and when I don't, people are like, why didn't you hold the door for me? I was like, I'm sorry.
I feel like you should hold the door, though. I hold the door for everyone.
I try, but if there's like 50 people coming through,
Oh, yeah, you're not
right?
going to wait for
Like,
number
yeah,
50.
and everyone
You know,
takes that personally.
Yeah, they
and
take it
you know,
personally.
Eric can't attend to every single person out there, so
Wow. See, this is a problem with guys like Tabit and Eric. You guys just look good. You got to be like me. You got to look mean. And then
you don't look mean
you
though.
have no problem.
You look like the nicest Hawaiian person I've ever met in
How
my
many
life.
Hawaiian people?
Like 9.
1 out of 9. It's like I
Okay.
beat Sonia, she did.
And then
so.
including Moana, I've met like 10.
People
so
have told me I look like Moana.
there you go. And I love Moana. She can sing.
She like rides the ocean.
And she talks to the freaking ocean. Like, that's pretty cool.
Oh my god, Eric Nam said frickin'. Is that
Don't-
allowed?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm totally kidding. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, I agree with you guys, both of you. That image you create, you know, or I'm sorry, the nation creates for you, it can be tough.
Yeah.
So you got to set the bar low. You got to bring it back down.
Just
that's
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why he's taking that phase right now.
Yeah.
To
You can do a Britney Spears shave your head, cuss out.
Oh.
I thought about it for a moment. I was like, what could be the most controversial thing I could do?
What is it?
But the problem is anything, it's just like here in Korea would just be too big of a problem.
Yeah, you might lose your career. I do not
So it's
recommend
like-
that.
It's
Yeah.
like, no, we're not going to do that.
No, but I like this balance that you're finding. We're gonna take a listen to the song that we've been raving about.
yes.
And it's all the songs are so good. Seriously,
thank you so
they're
much.
like all title worthy. But this song beat out the rest.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce it?
Yeah. This is the title song off my newest album. It is eponymous with the name of the album itself. It's called Honestly.
솔직하게.
and 솔직히.
Oh, 솔직히.
솔직히.
솔직하게
Honestly.
솔직히라고.
Yeah.
Yeah.
솔직하게 솔직히라는 honestly라는
Right,
곡입니다.
right.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here it is. Eric Noms.
And then we're listening to
2 tracks.
tracks.
We are.
one is a request, so and this was sent by Cara Dodds,
What up,
and
Cara?
this is apparently her favorite song, 봄인가봐, Spring Love by Eric Nam and Wendy.
And we
Yeah.
know it's not the newest one, but we gotta squeeze in a spring track, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna jam out to these. We'll be back with more with Eric Nam. Welcome back, guys, to K-Pop Connection. We are currently hanging out with the very talented Eric Nam here in the studio. So we've been talking about Eric's life.
Very detailed.
right.
Yeah.
She's attacking me.
Wait. Has
Tearing
there
my
been?
life apart. Tearing up my life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Angie's
Oh
been
my God,
attacking
you quoted
you.
in sync.
I did because you said you was obsessed with NSYNC.
Oh my god, and you used me as in you's obsessed. I'm so obsessed. We're like bonding here, and our goal is at the end of this interview, we want to take out at least 3 things that no other interview was able to bring out of you. Have we gotten
my
anything so far?
gosh. I don't know because I have a horrible memory.
Oh my god, that was like literally 10 minutes ago.
You guys, I
I
have.
recommend blueberries. It's good for preventing Alzheimer's.
Oh, dear.
Since the moment I walked into the studio, you recommended to me ginseng and blueberries.
And a little more instinct in your life.
And yeah, all power and health foods. I think I need a little more nutrition in my life. So
That's Angie's mom
Welcome
coming
to
out.
Tabit's life.
Yeah.
This is what I tell him every day.
Every day, but yeah, it's
Really?
because it's her way of showing that she somewhat cares.
No, that I'm judging you.
That she's okay. Oh, that's what it was.
I'm judging all your unhealthy lifestyle.
condescending to the max, and I love it.
right.
I love it.
All right, 솔직히. This
All
is
right.
the theme of today's interview.
Okay.
Okay, so Tabit.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song off the album?
Oh, my favorite out of the title, honestly is definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But if I pick, because I like his other songs on the album as well, and This Is Not a Love Song. That one, I really liked it because of the melody line. And I feel like it's very in with the trend, but the background track wasn't too fancy. So I felt like his voice was able to shine a lot more.
You had a lot of help, or a very special person wrote the lyrics for this song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember her name?
Soyeona. Hyuna from Urban Zakapa.
Thank you. Do you know what Urban Zakapa stands for?
They're what?
You don't?
They don't know either.
You got to listen to our show. We've covered it.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't know.
Okay.
I ask them every time I see them, like, okay, so tell me what it stands for. Like, nothing.
They forgot.
I'm like, that's the worst excuse. And they're like, we've tried to come up with multiple things, and they just all mean.
Oh my God, that's the real answer then to what Urban Zakapa means.
What did they tell you?
I don't know. It's like some word acronym. I
Yeah,
forgot
they made it up. It's a lie.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that actually. But Choyeona, what I wanted to say was Choyeona, she has such a talent for writing lyrics that's not just sad, because you can write lyrics that are, how do I explain it? Sad, but it's like filled to the brim. There's just emotions pumping out sad.
Yeah.
But she's good at writing sad songs that are really just empty and hollow.
Yeah.
And like you're so sad that you've passed the pumping phase.
It's just, you're just about to die.
Right. Oh,
Listening to
you
their
took
song.
it there.
I mean, that's how I feel. That's why I love their songs.
Yeah, me too.
But they're just so heartbreaking.
It's hollow.
Like,
They are,
If
they
you go
are.
to their concert, and there's just a lot of people that just cry.
It's hard not to.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Super
but
talented.
she was able to put that hollow, want you to die feeling in this song. This is not a love
You want me to
song.
die?
No, you said that.
Yeah, I felt like, okay, when I listened to the song, I felt like it wasn't, the good thing is it wasn't as heartbreaking as the lyrics sound.
It's a little more upbeat.
Yeah, it is a little bit more upbeat, and it's almost like you're in denial or something.
Yeah.
So like you're kind of in just like, like, oh yeah, this is not a love song, I'm okay, but whatever, that's life.
That was not the vibe of the song at all.
Really? That's the vibe I got.
No, you missed.
All right, how about you tell me what was the vibe?
It was about she started writing a song, or technically they're pretending he did.
Yeah.
But he's writing a song for someone you love, and then they're gone. So now there's no person to sing that song to. That's why it's not a love song. We're working on top. It's Korean. Don't worry, we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
It's fine.
so we forgot that he's in the studio. Sorry, Eric. So anyway, tell us about this. How do you bond with this song?
Well, so the song the original way it was written, this is not a love song, and it was kind of like I hate you song.
Wow.
But I had this idea of like it would be really ironic and really sad if it was, your ex was like, hey, can you write me a song? Like, I know you're a singer. Can you write me a song? Just like a song for us that only us, the two of us, can hear and listen to.
Ugh.
And I took that idea and I was like, well, what if I wrote it? And by the time I wrote it, we had broken up.
All right, what's her name and social security
So
number?
anyways, so then
Want me to take her out?
so we started, Jay and I, my friend, my hung, who works with me, we started writing it. And the reason that we had to give it to Hyuna is because this song was so last minute. This album came out, a week ago? This song was
Wednesday.
recorded like 3 weeks ago.
Really?
So
Wow.
it was very, very last minute because the number 3 original track was a different like guitar acoustic song that we liked so much that we wanted to pull out as a single for later.
Oh, okay, you're gonna sit on that one.
So we're gonna sit on that one, and so we we started writing it, and we're like, okay, Hyuna. And I was so busy preparing for this album, and I was like, I need to get this done in an hour, and I don't have time. And as I was driving to my next schedule, to the recording studio,
Yeah.
I had 3 like producers and writers in my car
Wow, working on it.
interviewing me
Oh.
as I'm driving.
Wow.
And then in the middle, I called her. I was like, help me.
Wow.
I need you to write lyrics. I have these started. Please just finish them. So I got to the studio. She sent them, we recorded it, and that was how it happened.
In the driving
Wow.
time.
It was 1 hour that she kind of just switched everything
That's
a little bit.
crazy.
So I don't know how the song came out that way.
Well, I'm really happy it's in the album though.
Yeah, it's a
because-
good song.
Yeah.
I wrote like 80, 90 songs that I'm just sitting on right now. And then
You might beat G-Dragon one day.
that is the goal and the dream.
Did you say 8 or 9 or 80 or 90?
80 or
80 or
90.
90.
That's insane.
So, yeah,
Give me some.
you want some?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah. Are you gonna debut as a singer as well, Angie?
I'll flop. Okay. Wow. That's an amazing behind the story.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I love the song. I think it's I don't know. There's something about it that just kind of, even when I hear it, just makes me
Hollow.
move and hollow.
But in a
and
good way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of listen to it over and over, and you're like, oh wait, I'm sad.
Yeah.
But it sounds good.
And hollow stuff sound pretty. You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah.
it's good. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
What? ¿Cómo estás?
Oh, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás, Angie?
I was like, how do I respond to that? She got it so wrong. Do I correct her or do I not?
I will tell you this.
Oh my gosh.
Most mainlanders in the U.S. speak a little Spanish, right? I'm from Hawaii. We don't speak a word of Spanish. We speak Japanese. And so in college, intro Spanish class, she was going around already speaking basic words that everybody in intro class knew. I was so traumatized I dropped out of that class, and then I gave up on Spanish forever, and you guys just traumatized me again just now. But you're learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Apparently you can tweet in it. Are you like Google translating it?
No, I actually grew up speaking, not learning and speaking Spanish, middle and high school, and every summer in high school I would spend in Latin America.
Wow.
Really?
So, yeah, I started with like service trip to mission trip to Mexico, and then after that it was Panama, Guatemala for service trips. College was Bolivia, and yeah, so
Very international.
yeah, I spent like when I went to Panama, I spent 2 months living in like a village in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
So, and nobody speaks English, so you have to learn it.
So does that have any connection with the reason why you maybe shot your music video and did your photo shoot in Mexico at all? Or was that just out of the blue thing?
No, I mean, there's a little bit of connection. I think for this album, as much as the songs and the lyrics are very like honest and very different, I wanted to try to find something that only Eric Nam could do. And I had not seen any other Korean singer do stuff really in Spanish or for the Latin market in a very
you're right.
big way. And so I really want to, I'm talking to a lot of actually Latin artists right now to do collaborations.
Really?
Wow.
And
'Cause
do remixes.
Haruri Sakamaki, one of our listeners, actually asked that. Do you have plans to release a
really?
Spanish song?
Well, I'm talking to some cool people. I can't say who. And I'll
So
tell
it's
you.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez.
Enrique Iglesias and Shakira are just,
God.
knocking on my door. Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide wants to
Louis,
jump.
what is this? What is the Despacito guy?
Oh, Louis Fonzi,
Yeah.
everybody, yeah. No,
Okay.
I wish. But, no, so we're talking to them. But then the other thing was, you know how, like, reggaeton and Latin music has had such a big influence in music globally in the past year or two. Even with Despacito or Havana, I hadn't seen anything visually in Korea that really represented Latin America in a cool way. And so I wanted to be the first person to do that. When in Korea, unfortunately, I think there are stereotypes about Mexico or Latin America that aren't that positive. It's always incorporated with drugs or gangs or violence, that kind of thing. But there's sides to it that I think are so beautiful and amazing, and I wanted to share. So it was very difficult and exhausting to go and get there and do everything there.
It's really far.
Yeah, but I loved every minute of it and had a great time, and I think
So
the stuff
It came out beautiful.
Thank you.
So is there anything, actually Viridiana06 wanted to ask this. Was there anything like a memorable moment from Mexico while filming that you remember specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I got there and there were a lot of fans who came to the airport, and then a lot of people on the ground who came to all the shoots.
Oh, wow.
Just fans. And fans who couldn't come sent their aunts and
No
uncles.
way.
I
A very
swear.
family-oriented culture.
It was, well, they came, it was like, I'm here for my niece.
That's
She's your
awesome.
fan. She can't come, so I
Aw.
need you to take a picture. And I was like, okay.
That's so
So
cool.
it was really cool to be able to meet fans there, and I'm going on a tour in the States in June
nice.
and Canada, and we wanted to do Mexico, but it just didn't fit properly. But as of the release of this album, that conversation has changed. So we're trying to squeeze in a big Mexico date.
Wow.
So hopefully that works out as well.
And there's a lot of K-pop fans
Oh, yeah.
in not just Mexico, Latin America, and I think they love that you were able to kind of pull them in and connect them to K-pop.
Yeah.
In fact, you mentioned a tour, and that's perfect because Jemima Kim wanted to know, what's your future plans?
Well,
So tell us about this tour in terms of what
Yeah.
stops specifically.
I'm going to North America in June of this year. I'm going to LA, San Fran, Vancouver, Seattle, Minneapolis, Chicago, Toronto, Boston, New York,
Wow.
Philly, DC, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, and then hopefully Mexico as well
You
When
have that
is this again?
down.
in June.
Starting in June for how long?
For like, this is over 24 days, so I might die.
You're going to be burnt out again. I recommend ginseng.
I recommend ginseng and blueberries.
No,
Why don't you just mix the two
Alzheimer's.
together?
Please do not drink energy drinks. That ends up making you feel more tired at the end of the day.
Okay, Mom.
Anyways, wow, that is quite an extensive lineup.
Yeah.
So no plans, as in concrete plans for outside of North America as of now.
I'll be in Singapore early May, and I think I have Southeast Asia tour coming in the summer, hopefully after North America.
Okay.
So hopefully that works out. Nothing's set yet, but we're working on that. And then I'll have at least one more single before the fall, or in probably September, and then another mini album in the fall, hopefully.
Wow, so you're like booked. You're busy.
Well, I took all last year off, so I was like,
Okay.
you know
might
what?
as well squeeze
I gotta,
some work in.
I got all these songs I gotta release.
He needs money to party again for
Oh
another
yeah.
year.
He needs more inspiration,
Don't put
right?
it that way. You
More
can't tell them
inspiration.
too honestly.
All right, well, I just want to give some of our listeners shout outs because Fatima Zorel asked about Morocco. I can't even say it. Morocco.
Wow.
See, this is Como Estas again.
Stacy, you mean, right?
Mary Grace Porcion Kula 23 asked about the Philippines. Hyung 221 asked about the UAE. So I just wanted to give shout outs because we like to make our listeners feel connected.
All over the world.
Yeah, indeed. I have one side question. It's more of a personal thing because I'm a big fan of him. You worked with Tableau on this album as well. And he wrote the lyrics for Potion, right? Working with someone like him, does he give you advice? Is there anything that you learned just from observing such artists? Anything memorable?
Yeah, Tableau is a great Hyung and a great friend, and I'm very fortunate to have him on my team, I'd like to say, because he's a veteran. He's been here for so long, and he's gone through so much of what I have been through.
Yeah.
And so anytime I have a difficult time or anything that I have going in my life, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how to get through this. He's like, dude, I've been there, and it's been even worse, or this is how to get out of it. And so he's always been giving me advice, and it was weird because I have always thought of him as this legendary senior person that I always respected and loved.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, he's been
And to be able to call him a friend and a mentor to me is just amazing. So even for Potion, I was like, I was busy putting all these songs together, putting the album together, and I was like, I need lyrics again. And
You called him.
I don't have it in me to write one more song in Korean.
You are that drained.
And so, but we were like, you know what? Tableau Hyung is always good at lyrics.
He's so good
He
with
is.
lyrics.
So
Yeah.
I called him and I was like, I know you're on vacation with your family, and I'm
talk about
really
timing.
sorry, but can you please write this song?
And he did it.
And he did. And he was like, yeah, don't worry about it, anytime, And so he's like super great, and I'm so thankful always to him. So thank you.
Wow. Okay, well, Eric, we're already out of time. We have to let you go.
That was too fast.
It was really
That
fast,
was really
right?
fast.
Yeah, come back again.
I will. Just let me know.
But thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for this. I think he gave us both copies, right?
Yes,
I think
yes.
mine looks a little more personalized, by
What?
the way. But thank you for that. And on your way out, I'm going to shake hands with you because I'm a fan of Aquaman, and I think you interviewed him in the past.
I did. So hopefully I'll give you those Aquaman vibes.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.